All right, good morning. Doing my morning commute here. It's Tuesday. I have 1,454 miles on my RadRover. I'm heading off to work, and I'm doing this to, for those of you that are interested to see what it would be like to ditch the car, commute. I've got my lock here. Although I've got a very secure place at work, so I don't lock it up as much as I used to. I still lock it, but I don't really stress about it. And there's my water holder. Not that you need too much of that. There's my, everything's still in good shape. So I've had this thing since February. And yeah, so far so good. I'm gonna lock it in place here. Just give me a second. And I've tried various things with different ways to record this. Bear with me. This seems to be the best angle. Right there. So let's go with that. Do that guy. These are my sidecar, as somebody put it. And then one thing you gotta watch for is you don't want to go too crazy with speed when people have their dogs and stuff, obviously. Morning. Cute doggy. Oh, okay. A cute looking dog, but he wasn't nice, huh? There's a slight chill in the air, not as bad as yesterday. I did film yesterday. I just went off the curb there. But part of the screen was blocked, and I just didn't think it was good quality. So I'm going to try to, I know people who watch these obviously want to have better quality with decent sound. So I'm trying. Okay, so I'm doing mostly electric. Occasionally when people walk by and stuff, I do pedal assist. Because otherwise they get a little perturbed. Try to get to work by 8. So my commute's gone down a little bit because we moved location slightly at work. So there's the tunnel. Yeah, my commute's closer to a little under 7 miles now each way. So, it's definitely more refreshing than being in my car. Now, right now I'm doing a little bit of pedaling. I wish I could have more of a dynamic. I would need multiple cameras and like I do have editing and all that stuff, but I just don't have time. That's the tricky part. So for now, you guys will have to just enjoy this view. There's kids going to school. This is the part I gotta watch out for. There we go. So if you notice the bike, I had cleaned it up. Hadn't cleaned it in months, so it looked all shiny there. And I'm trying to stay off the dirt. At least for now. Just how it goes when you clean stuff, right? You don't want to get it dirty right away. So there still are some times when I have to use my wife's car for work. You know, I have to go to locations further away from my corporate office, so I do use the car occasionally, but for the most part we're down to one car on my side, and this because of this bike I'm allowed to, you know, it affords us, if you will, to just kind of get rid of the car. And as I've spoken about before, right, don't have the insurance and all the other stuff. And there was no extra, like with my homeowner's insurance, there was no extra rider on the policy or anything that I had to do to insure this bike in case it gets stolen or something, so. And I will put together a video on money, I'm trying to jump over that, money saved by switching to this bike. Because I was leasing a vehicle, it was about $250 a month. Plus you have to insure it to the, you know, pretty heavily, or the leasing company, the bank, gets irritated. So I had to pay quite a bit for insurance. I guess she ran out of batteries. I've seen her before. That's an electric scooter that I just went by, and she's walking it, so something must have happened to her. But I've seen her before just tooling around on that thing, pure electric. Anyway, yeah, I want to put together a video on the dollars saved, even though the bike at the time, I don't know if the prices come down at all. It was like, was it $14.99 or something? And then shipping, I think for me was $175. I can't remember. I bought it in February or in October. It's October 11th today, yeah. There's a slight incline here. This bike handles really well. You can hear occasionally the engine kick in when it's steeper. And, you know, it's putting out right now 736 watts. It will go up to 750. I know they say not to do that constantly, but like I said, I've had various people tell me, you shouldn't do this, shouldn't do that. You know, I just use the bike the way I do, and, you know, I've drained the battery multiple times all the way to the end. And so far, nothing's gone wrong with the engine or the battery. So I'm very happy with, you don't have to baby this thing. I've taken it off-road multiple times. I've got videos on that. And it's just really been a trooper, so. No issues there, but I want to show people that it is very much possible. Before this, actually, we had the lease vehicle I'm talking about was the Chevy Spark EV. We had that for 3 years, and I love that car. And actually ended up returning it this year, and I have no idea why to this day. I never got around to doing any videos on that thing, but I loved that Chevy Spark EV. That was it was really fast. It was range-wise, I've taken it probably a good 88 miles round trip, and took it up to LA, charged it there, took it back down. You know, at times it could be, the charging thing could be a pain, but it was very rare. Most of the driving that we did on that thing was all within you know, your normal city limits. So I take it to and from work, take it to the store, you know, grocery shop. It looks like a small car, but like all small cars now, there's plenty of room for groceries when you lay the back seats down. You know, we always found a way to utilize that car. The only thing we noticed is that it burned through, I don't know, burn throughs are right, but you use a lot the front wheels to where all the torque is, right? So you did go through those front tires, I'd say faster than a normal gas engine car, because it is so torquey and it's so fast. Really enjoyed it. I think people think electric cars are kind of gutless, like the one that they came out with in the, was that the 80s? I think it was in the 80s or early 90s there was that car they did that show on, where they killed, GM killed it. Anyway, so yeah, but the Chevy Spark EV, that was really nice. And I saw it driving the other day, some dealerships selling them for like $7,000. And, you know, it's tempting. But unfortunately, though, we do need, we're down to one car really, and to visit my daughter and stuff, it would kind of too problematic to have to charge. The new one, though, the Chevy Bolt, that's going to be nice. That's like a 235-mile range, I believe. There goes a leaf. It's fall in California. Officially, that's the first leaf I've seen. Okay, I'm going to pedal because that's a stale green light. Yep, and we made it. Yeah, it's October. Try to get up to, where is that? Apple Valley. They've got a fall festival thing up there usually we go to. Get some apple pie, some pumpkin pie. Good times. So, Irvine motorcycle cop. I still remember I got pulled over on this electric bike. I got pulled over. I think you guys heard, the ones that have been watching me, on Main Street. And they were giving me crap because I was doing pure electric on the bike trail. So now that's why I pedal, and at least through there. And I understand that, but I think people kind of overreact. And the guy that pulled me over, he was in a cruiser, and I was on Main Street, so I was already off the trail. And so they had to like scope me out, and he had to wait for me. I mean, it's like, don't you guys have something better to do? Like, I'm seriously not hurting anybody. And then on top of it, I'm on the street, and so he lights up the lights and the siren, and then I'm like, yeah, okay. And then I go further because I don't want to stop on the side of the road, like right here, right? There's a lot of cars, so I don't like to be that person that's like jacking up the whole street. So I tried to go further to where there was an entry driveway, and he thinks I'm not pulling over, so he lights it up again. Like, come on, dude. It's just, listen, I respect the police. I know it's hard work, but I think we have to keep things in perspective. All right. That's my little story about that there. All right, so now we're doing pedal assist. At least he was cool. He did not write me a ticket, and he said I could do it as long as I just pedaled, so that's why I pedal now through here. I get it. Everybody's doing their job. So if you're looking at bikes, it's been a year since I bought this one almost. I know there are other choices out there now. So if you take a look at some of the others, and the prices have come down, I'd be real interested to hear from you guys, see what you come up with. I know a few people have bought these RadRovers. Back here. A few people have bought these because I've gotten the referrals, so thank you. If you do buy one and you put in my email address or Kobe Vision or something like that, then I do get I think both of us get a discount. You get a $50 discount and I get one. But there are other bikes out there, so it doesn't have to be this one, right? It could be whichever one you want. Take a look. And then I just kind of have, as far as the equipment you saw on my bike, I've got this new solar light. It's not very bright per se, but it does kind of get the job done for, you know, the flashing light thing, and I like to have something like that in the front. I don't have to charge it all the time. But I think I might end up getting, there's a 6,000 lumen one. I already had one, but then I ended up getting rid of that. Oh, that is a super bright light out there. What is that? Someone's flashing red there. I wonder if that was a bike or what. But anywho, you know, it's good enough, this solar one. So that's why I've got that. And then what else? I've got gloves on. I've got a jacket on. You just never know, the weather kind of changes. Not that much in California, but still, it does change, so you want to be prepared. So in my backpack, if it rains or whatever, I've got some pants that I can put on to resist the rain, and the jacket I have is the kind that resists rain. I don't know what that's about. Straight ahead, if I kept going on this trail, I'd get to Newport Beach. It's a little chillier right here. What's going on with people working on that? That's the 405 right above me. 405. That's it. We're almost at the end of the trail here, so wish everybody a good day. And it is definitely chilly. So, hope y'all had fun on the ride today, and have yourself a good one. I'll see you. Bye.